Why, hello everyone at Muse. I am Sheldon Candis. I am in Los Angeles, and I am a filmmaker, writer, director. The opportunity I got to work with Under Armour and ballerina Misty Copeland with Macy's was definitely that moment where I got to basically combine my documentary sensibilities with being a narrative filmmaker and a hybrid genre that I like to call Docu-Cinematic. And it's really this presentation of real people, but with a cinematic like aesthetic. So definitely that was my breakthrough moment to really get that opportunity to work with Under Armour and Macy's. I would say most recently working within the pandemic and this opportunity I got to work with Amazon. And it's once again within that docu-cinematic format of a really, really beautiful, successful woman by the name of Aja Wright in Chicago. And, you know, the story really is this wonderful story of pursuing your dream and not giving up on it. And this idea of her being an entrepreneur and being a cosmetologist, but also working at Amazon to further pursue herself in life. And, you know, just to have that opportunity to work with, you know, one of the biggest companies in the world, but to tell a really emotional, heartfelt story that's genuine and that is true to, you know, an African-American woman's experience in America. I'm really, really proud of the work. I'm thankful for the work. And, you know, it's just that, it's that moment of getting to be creative during the pandemic when there was just so much restraint and so much uncertainty. You know, this opportunity to continue to push creativity and art, I'm just so proud of it, you know. Wow. You know, I'm really loving the Procter & Gamble campaign that I'm seeing. You know, it first started, or one of the first ones that I got to see was Malik Vital's The Talk, and then most recently Kevin Wilson Jr.'s the Widen the Scene. And I love them because it's that beautiful like realization within advertising that you can convey a genuine connection within the human condition and really honor people, but then also push a narrative forward. And in this case, you know, Black Americans and this idea of perception and just getting to see, you know, people's lives and meeting them where they're at, but in this very beautiful cinematic presentation that both Malik Vital and Kevin Wilson Jr. did with The Talk and Widen the Scene. I love those spots. And I also got to give a shout out to Rachel Morrison's, the Frida Mom breastfeeding spot. I mean, just wonderful, just beautiful, beautiful, like this idea that conveys and pushes our society so much forward in terms of the thinking of women and their bodies and really demystifies the stigma that comes with, you know, breastfeeding. So those three spots in particular really, really touched me. I take on a great responsibility with it. I believe that, you know, at the end of the day, especially in advertising, for me, the most important thing isn't just selling a product as it is selling emotion. As it is, as I've heard someone recently say, you know, you put the spinach with the popcorn. And this idea that you can entertain people and engage people, but you also can educate. And, you know, there's things of motivation that also tie into that. So I do feel a very level of, you know, of determination, but also a responsibility that I'm serving, you know, society in a positive way. And but then also to, you know, being a Black filmmaker and someone who was fortunate enough to get an education in film at, you know, the University of Southern California Cinematic Arts, and really using my education applied within my vocation. But then also, listen, I'm a former NAACP Youth Council president. Also March of Dimes. I was a March of Dimes Youth Council president as well. And so I've always had a heart for helping others and standing up for others and speaking out. And a lot of that comes from my mother's work, being a minister in Statesville, North Carolina, and through her ministry, Speak Life. So these things are very important to me, and I'm just so happy that I get the opportunity to work with the Amazons of the world, and Walmart and Microsoft and Under Armour and Ford, to really, put that into the messaging of what we're doing here ahead. I'm super, super thrilled, about just moving forward. I'm working with Ad Council on this fatherhood campaign, Dedication, which is really celebrating fathers and the role, and specifically speaking, single, parents, fathers who have really taken on this approach of being in their kids' lives and just themselves. And so just the aspect of fatherhood, I'm a real big proponent on, and I'm thankful, that I had great, two great dads in my life. And so it really, really is something I'm super excited about. And then, outside of that, I'm looking forward to working on Amazon again and just really do some really, really fun stuff. The Michael B. Jordan ads for Amazon during the Super Bowl, just hands down my favorite of all the Super Bowl ads. I just thought it did such a really, really great, creative, fun, entertaining, engaging way, not only into the brand, but deeper into Michael B. Jordan. So shout out to my guy MJ McCollum over at Amazon. Bruh, y'all went in on that. It was really, really great. So, So, hey, Sheldon Candis, writer, director, filmmaker in Los Angeles. Muse, thank you for having me. Much love.